The Kurdish people are the fourth largest ethnic group in the Middle East, numbering around 25 to 35 million. As such, they are the largest ethnic group in the world without their own state. Their origins are a matter of debate that will not be discussed here. However, their presence in the area likely predates their Turkish and Arab neighbours. During the 16th century, the Kurdish region fell under Ottoman and Persian rule. It functioned as a buffer zone between the two empires until the end of the First World War. In the modern day, the region is divided between four nations: Turkey, Syria, Iraq, and Iran. Despite being promised a state of their own at the end of the First World War by the Allies, the colonial powers later reneged on their agreement and carved up the dying Ottoman Empire for themselves. Kurdish Iraq fell under British influence. In Syria, it was the French, and in Turkey, it was the new Turkish Republic. Iranian Kurdistan remained part of Iran as it had never been directly colonized, albeit the Iranian government later fell under Western influence. In 2021, around 18% of Kurds lived in Turkey, 18% in Iraq, 10% in Iran, and 9% in Syria. A further 2 million live in the Caucasus. They also have a sizable diaspora in Europe and North America. The complexity of Kurdish history is also reflected within their culture. Divided by both man-made borders and geography, the Kurdish identity is not a monolith. Rather, it varies greatly from region to region. Some Kurds still maintain somewhat tribal traditions. Others have been urbanized for generations and no longer practice tribal customs. Most are Sunni Muslims but belong to the Shafi school, unlike their Turkish and Arab neighbors, who generally belong to the Hanafi school. Other Kurds are Alevi, Yazidi, or Shia. Some are not religious at all. A small amount is either Christian or Jewish. In terms of language, things are also complex. There are various Kurdish dialects within the Kurdish language. The two major ones are Kermanji and Sorani. Both have many subdivisions, resulting in several sub-dialects. Many of these languages are mutually unintelligible. Other Kurds speak no Kurdish at all due to forced assimilation, but speak rather Turkish, Farsi, or Arabic. One reason for the cultural diversity within the Kurdish ethnicity can be attributed to the terrain. Much of the Kurdish region is mountainous, due to the Zagros mountain range running through the area. This historically made travel between certain areas impossible, especially during winter. Their remoteness may have allowed for limited cultural exchanges between some Kurdish communities, resulting in a varied identity. However, it is important to note many Kurds live in large cities such as Diyarbakir, Mosul, and Erbil. They have become quite urbanized in many areas, and very few have maintained a nomadic lifestyle. The political system in the Kurdish region is complicated, to say the least. In Iraq, they enjoy autonomy under the KRG, or Kurdish Regional Government. They have been autonomous since the early 1990s, but this status only became official after the toppling of Saddam Hussein in 2003. Syrian Kurds have also had their own government since the outbreak of the civil war there in 2011. This government is known as Rojava. They are allies of the United States, but do not hold the same recognition as the KRG. Their autonomy is not recognized by the new Syrian state. Their future remains uncertain, particularly as Turkey opposes another autonomous Kurdish state on their border. In Turkey, the Kurds have no autonomy but are represented in the Kurdish parliament through various political parties. The Turkish state has also been fighting the PKK since 1978, a Kurdish guerrilla group whose aim is autonomy or complete secession from Turkey. In Iran, the Kurds also hold no autonomy, but have their own version of the PKK, the PJAK. Iranian Kurds are also represented to a limited degree within the Iranian political system. A united Kurdistan to which some nationalists dream of obtaining seems incredibly unlikely given their current circumstances. But Kurdish nationalism is not going anywhere, and their abusive treatment by various governments throughout the years has not changed this. In another post, I will discuss each Kurdish region in greater detail, but for now, here is an introduction. Thanks very much for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.